set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On play action, here's Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 22. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive, not like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 27, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And just shedding him off there. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. On first down, Tagovailoa.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tua now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half for your partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings him 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go. 59's mark, 59's mark. Check, 59. Push him back. Push him back.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to add on to their first-half lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. First and 10, Taylor now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tua going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And a catch right side by Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Tua. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitlock. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Whitlock busts through the tackle and down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 9. Check the call.
They'll try the left side. Whitlock. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 22. The 40. The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Butler. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitlock, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they go play action now. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll run on 1st down. Whitlock. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They run the counter. Whitlock. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. They're not ready for this, man.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one